I'm just going to do a little bit more painting once I get it aligned a bit. That way a bit. See a bit more of the fish. I'll try and finish it today, but no promises. Tonight, rather. I've just got some red. Just try and get the red in around the outlines there a bit. I have to have a look at a picture of a lionfish, to be honest. It kind of gets a bit wonky there, the outline of the fish itself. So here we go. Adjusting it didn't do anything. That's all right. And all my bottles are tinted. Tinted grey. So not really too sure if you can see on the actual rim there, but anyway. So the colour looks a little bit darker than what you're actually getting. If you hear anything humming in the background, how you going, Tommy? Just have to stand up to look at my screen because above my head. It's a bit tricky to see that. I'll try and turn it around so it's easier for you to see things, rather than just watching a hand. I've got another tablet here so I can see where my camera angle is, at least. It's slightly out of date, so it's not letting me see the chat. I have to use the it won't update YouTube anymore. That's how old the device is. Just gives you a slight indication. It's antique in the device world. Luckily, you can go on YouTube on your browser and not just on the app. Just gives you the basic functions, play, and all the rest of it you don't get the chat, which is a little bit weird, but not much I can do about it. Oops, with old technology. So you remember too, if you can zoom in, you could probably zoom in and see the wetter paint, and if you get, you're not going to get blob streaks in it here, but if you're doing a bigger piece and you get streaks, then just go back over it after a couple of minutes with the same brush. I didn't even wipe off what was on there, and it takes it off. It just takes that streaky bit off without taking off what you've got laid down properly. So just be aware of that. Oh, you can leave it there to dry if you want, but that's just my personal preference. I tend to get rid of it, make it look a little bit neater. The UK stockist, their parcel hasn't left the country yet, but I think it's probably held up a little bit because of the, I know it's got nothing to do with it, but probably because of the US tariff stuff that's just hit our shores and hit all of our businesses and stuff, so it might be what's slowing it down a little bit, I'm not too sure. Because realistically, they should have got it by now, but hasn't left the country. From what I can see on my tracking anyway, unless my tracking is not not working anyway. Getting regular messages through my website and through Messenger, UK inquiries, so it's always good. And if you get your hands on some of this paint, wherever you are in the world, just keep in mind, it's probably the softest brush you can get your hands on. It doesn't have to be expensive. I mean, if you can afford camel hair brushes or whatever else they use, brushes, but softer the better. But I've got, I buy a pack of, there's probably about 20 in there, I suppose. Brushes, just different sizes. Like these ones, foam ones, thicker brushes that you're probably better off doing the frame with. But, well, I only pay $5, $5 Australian for that pack. So I normally buy like 4 or 5, 6 packets at a time. That's just me personally. I might one day go out and buy some expensive brushes, but this pack has the stiff ones and the softer ones. Foam ones are alright. They do create a little bit of bubble on your piece if you're too like splatty and don't just smoothly paint it on with a foam brush. I'm working on texture mix and airbrush mix. The texture one will be relatively easy, so I'll just opt out for that one first. I probably won't give this a second coat. I gave the that, I think I would assume it's a spine like these ones here. Doesn't look like a fin, does it really? I painted that twice because I did the daubing of the paint here just to prove it works better as one layer than painting it on, where you got to do several layers to get it to bling bling. I've got a one of the effects paints that I'm going to release is a shimmer pearl, and that has, it's probably got a purple, a blue, and a white mixed in with it. Just slight, ever so slight, and I've done that down here. But initially as a test, but I actually don't mind it. So I'm going to find something fine enough to get down in between all of this coral here and have it all in the background of the coral all the way along. I'm not going to do the whole piece on it. I'll be here for a month of Sundays. It's kind of got killing two birds with one stone doing this. I mean, I'm getting a bit more exposure on the new range. It's giving me a bit of practice. I know I need it. Definitely no painter, that's for sure. So when I started doing free family days with the city of Salisbury in South Australia, I barely had volunteers. I always had Amber. Amber was always there if she wasn't working, and my mother. Well, a little bit of a jump this year. I've got 2, maybe 3 paid employees this time to do the supervise the family days. I'll be there, but I'll just be wandering, chatting to people and come over and see how things are going every now and then. I'll do. I don't mind doing the setup, setting up the tables and stuff, and setting up all my products for the kids to play with, and a cleaning station for them to clean off afterwards. At least get the top layer off. They can have a colourful bath when they get home, Then let my employees do the day, which is only going to be for like maybe 5 hours at the most. And then the last hour after the event's finished is just cleaning up, and I'll do that. Only because Salisbury Crafts has got a little bit of has got a good reputation with Salisbury, city of Salisbury, and I want to keep it that way. So I'll make sure I do the cleaning at the end of it and the setup. See. Now I can't have my my contact down the track at the council saying, "Hey Jay, what happened here? What's this?" So, my contact is always at these events, so it's someone I can have a chat to if I need to. And because of the gloss range coming out, and I deleted a range upon the release of the gloss. It's probably the first time I've publicly said that. It was basically rendered useless with this gloss, this new range. It's a lot more stable. Right. Don't have to shake it. Use a little bit of, you can see the slight discolor on the bottom, but honestly it doesn't make any difference to the product, and not one little bit. You can kind of go like this with it, give it a very gentle shake, but honestly you can just pop it open and just use it. You're gonna if you I'm not gonna shake, like really shake the bottom, because that's a no-no. You get bubbles in it, and these bubbles can take a long time to come out. Sometimes they don't, and sometimes sometimes the bubbles don't pop. You have to actually physically drive them off the piece. It's just best to try and avoid getting bubbles before it goes onto your work. And the paint pens that I'm developing, the bubbles that are produced, slight little bubbles that are produced in that when you have to shake it up, they filter out in the texture tip, in the pen tip, so you don't get any bubbles in your work. Sure. So Amber asked if I would like some popcorn, so can't say no to popcorn. Come on. So if you hear some tinkering, it's Amber in the kitchen. Always, yeah. I concur. I said I concur. Yeah. Hey, he was eating the chicken before.
Sweet.
Like if this paint's used in a live, it would it's initially going to dry reasonably quick. Like this around here is dry, so oh, nothing's coming off. But I'll use the wrong finger. They already had paint on it. So the initial dries like nearly on contact, depending how much humidity is actually in your room. But don't go painting another layer over it straight away because it'll be a slight illusion of it being completely dry. So maybe like in needing to be in a bit more of a hurry in a live, probably want to hit it with a heat gun or something.
Goodbye, Thomas.
I don't own a heat gun at the moment, so I can't try that. But that's and obviously, you know, if you've got a heater or something in your shop, that's probably gonna bring the humidity up a little bit more and help to dry it. But I'll try and find a little bit of time to get out on Walter and get some turning done and try some decorating. Now again, it's probably going to be wood that I shouldn't colour, but meh. It'd be like, look away if you don't like it. I'd like to try do the bowl face and then put it in blobs and then turn the lathe on. Okay, and put the lathe on and get the centrifugal force to drag it out. And then just turn out the centre. Put some popcorn or something in it.
You want some more?
No, thank you. Alright, so needless to say, the food slightly distracted me.
Say goodbye, Thomas.
I will pick a different colour or blend a couple of colours together and make a colour. Don't mind that.
Aye.
Thank you.
Um,
Oh, this is probably one of the cats in it.
it's on the floor.
Alright. Yeah, I'm more than happy to you more than welcome to use the lid. Yeah? Just see how it gets this bit of film over it there. That's just the gloss that's dried up. That's not a biggie, just pop it out and it's all good to go and just can't squeeze your stuff out, see? Anyway. This is super thick, the green. I don't know why, the green just goes crazy with the thickness. A little bit in there. That's probably about all I need, I reckon. Probably not even that, actually. That's a little bit different. That'll do. And I have it booked in my business diary to start making new colours next week. So like to potentially try and do 4 or 5 shades either side of the colours that I have. The dark side, not so much at the moment of the shades, but they're definitely brighter. Some different greens and browns, blues. Works on glass, stainless steel, plastic. Sorry, also not all types of plastic, but I can write on plastic bottles, like the bottle that you get water in, and remote control car, plastic body kind of. It's I think it's called Lexan, that paint, plastic rather. It doesn't write on anything that's got like a waxy type of coating on it, like some plumber's tape have a slight waxiness to them, as I've discovered. These in the moment, the American tariffs that have been placed on items coming into the countries. It's definitely hit my business, that's for sure. So how it's going to affect it is yet to be seen. Only because I may have figured out a workaround that. Anyway, we'll see how that pans out first. My worst, probably, it's a good trait, I suppose, at times, but at times it's not. I get a problem, even if it's not mine, I'll try and solve it. I can't stop thinking about it. So, we'll see how this goes. It might, it's probably not a loophole, just something to think about. Once people realise, it might be a little bit of a gateway. You never know. Getting stuff into the US. Anyway, and so I've also been informed that by the time certain things are researched and discovered, there's probably tariffs and taxes have changed 10 times. So, yeah. Little balancing act there. We'll deal with it as it comes. I'm not gonna just abandon people in America because Trump's decided to. It's just gonna have to get added onto the price of the delivery. That's all. It's absolutely nothing I can do about it. In turn, products just have to go up, don't they, to make your money back, which is not fair. But you just blame the man that got voted in, I suppose. Anyway, enough of that. I'm not really spend too much time to the political side of things unless it's, like I said, unless it's affecting my business. See, now, so I previously said about the red, all the colours really, but the red in particular because I'd only just done it dry, but not dry enough to go brushing up against it like I've just done. I've got a kitchen towel just off to behind the camera. You can see it down there anyway. I'll just dab off just in case I get a bit of a little tiny bit of the colours leached into the greeny yellow that I made. It's only because I'm impatient and didn't wait for it to dry. That's all. I didn't do it up there where the paint was already dry and been there for a couple of days. It's got no wetting agent in it, which basically is Just slows the drying process down, which also encourages the bleed that you'll see in paints that bleed a lot. That's you won't see the wetting agent. It's just like a gel or a powder that dissolves into the paint. See, even though this is a random colour, I can still take this colour to my colour chart and match it. Try and match it as best I can. The part ratio was easy to remember, so it's not too bad. Popcorn doesn't want to be eaten. What's going on, Maxie? What cat? What's going on, buddy? When I do the next the next family fun day, I will go and have a chat with the DJ and find out what time he has a break and there's no music playing. So I can do a recording. Don't know how many violations you can get before it becomes more than digital per se. We're not interested in breaking any laws, especially copyright laws. So, I'm getting called, getting a signal now. We live in a townhouse. She's upstairs. You just hear this bang on the floor. Or a heel on the floor, bang bang. Wait. It's coming up a similar colour to that, isn't it? I'm looking on my tablet next to me here. Alright. I'll take a photo of that colour. Let's try just blending up some colour and see what happens. The blue is very intense, as you can see. That's one coat. I'll put a little bit in, not heaps. See that? Tiny amount. I know we're going to get a green here, but that will okay. We'll just go drip by drip and see what we get. It's one drop. Yeah, that's pretty dark green. Already got one of them, don't need that. It's the same as in the sense of my stains, you can mix some colours together to make other colours. Yeah, I'm going crazy with the yellow now. That just doesn't seem to be doing anything. Let's see. Let's try that. Oh, look out, the floor got banged again. See what I mean? How intense that blue is? How much yellow I've added to that, and it's still just ever so slightly getting a greener tinge to it. Lighter green rather. There we go. You see that bubble there? You can pop that. It's not always going to happen. So you've got little bubbles there, but I fill the bottom of this cup up. Tip it over. Probably always paint it on like that. Well, I'm definitely going to tip that into a bigger, into the right side of the cup. Get some more colour into that. It just sits there saying, "Yep, not moving." A little bit left in there. I'll just tip it on an angle. Maybe add it later, maybe not. So you got that in the bottom there. And just add a little bit, alright? Yeah, it's a different green. And I'll, just to mix it up a little bit, I'll go grab a little bit of white. Right, where's my white? Bit of that cranking in there. Yeah, that's a bit better. A little bit better. That'll do. Oh, sorry the bottle's around. Well, I'll just turn this piece around. Actually, I'm going to work on this top piece. See if you get a piece, if it's already had a colour on it, and you do what I just did then and get a little bit of colour over the colour you've painted. As long as it's dry, you can just wipe it off. Just, as long as you're quick enough, of course. I was a little bit carried away with the amount that I used on there, but anyway. Well, if you have any questions, just you have to wait. I apologise, you'll have to wait for the video to be processed after I've finished the live. And then you can pop something in the comment, or if you don't want to wait for the couple hours for that to happen, you can contact me. You can message me through my website, email, or messenger via Salisbury Crafts, of course. And basically until I can get myself a tripod. I can't see the screen. I have another tablet off to the side so I can see where that camera's pointing. That's about as good as it gets. In the warmer weather, I will venture out to my shed and do it out there. I've got a computer with cameras out there and my lathe. I can use that as a flatbed to put a bit of ply across and do some turning, do some painting. That's not too bad a colour actually, now that it's put down on the wood. My paintbrush is quite literally drying out on there as I'm doing it. That's making it sound like I'm rubbing across a sand pad or something. Trying to make the brush last so I don't have to get another one. There we go. It's not too bad a green, I suppose. Definitely better with the red line to break it up. 2 greens. What's the you can probably just answer my own question and go and look later myself, but the tail, is there any shimmer or shine to it? Should probably do another coat, to be honest. And it's got flash red brown on it. So it's got a sparkle, but it's a very dull. It's probably like a laid back sparkle, you know. It's really fine and doesn't jump out at you like the gold does, but it's nice at the same time. Also, it dries clear, so it's kind of got that shine going for it too. Alright, I'm gonna knock it on the head, I reckon. That's that colour it is painted. We've been going for just over an hour. That should be alright. Only a little bit more to do. I might do that tomorrow, but got a lot to do tomorrow, so this helps me to decompress a little bit, you know, just chill, enjoy the products I spend so much time producing and modifying and inventing a procedure for a product that doesn't exist, and then perfecting that procedure. That's probably the most time consuming. Takes me a couple hours to make one paint, but that part doesn't bother me. Alright, thank you for watching. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Either way, I got the attention. Anyway, thank you very much. Hope you have a good day, night. It's probably only night if you're in Australia. But anyway, take care.